Hey, it's me again, RJ, on here again, telling you how it is. Now, I'm here to tell you and ask you folks. Now, I hear a lot of people all over the years and centuries and decades talking about music, how they is not good and it's bad music. This generation, my generation, before my generation, and saying started from my generation, saying music not good is all about this and that, and says all he talks about is shooting, killing, gangsters, thugs, sex, all the inappropriate, like it's trash, and especially like it don't speak about nothing positive. But I want a lot of y'all from my generation and growing up listen to the music that we grew up on, and listen, and people, kids today, I want y'all to go back and listen to that music, a lot of it. And the older people are like the old people, and a lot of people that say it's trash is not, and people who feel like it's garbage and don't really recognize the realness of it and think they're not talking about something special. You really need to hear and learn what they're saying and what they're talking about in all their songs. And don't just think it's one way. You really need to listen and pay attention. So I'm daring all y'all to go through, and I want all y'all to go through, listen to them songs, and pay attention to a lot of them and see what they're saying. Really listen to what they're saying. I'm not talking about from this generation. No, not this daggone music. I'm talking about from my generation and my before my generation. That type of music, especially from my generation, because they would talk about realness and what's real and trying to help change the world and make it a better place. A lot of y'all just took it as good music and like a joking, like you weren't really paying attention to what they listening to and try to make a change for it for yourself or the other ones around you, your loved ones. And like you really need, and for the people who said that music is no good, it's just about this, you don't know what you're talking about. Did you really listen to it? Did you pay attention, or did you just focus on the negative when it was playing and saying it's not godly? Like it is godly, like, but it's helpful in a way. Even if they're using words that you don't agree with, it's still helpful and it's getting their point across. They had to sell records, so they had to do that and do what helps sales. But still, they was trying to send a message, and accept it, hearing that and that, get the message on what they're saying and what they're trying to say. Like, did you not hear everything on Tupac in his music? What he was saying, what Biggie was saying, especially when he was trying to make his last album before he died. He was trying to make a positive influence. Easy was trying to make a positive influence. Why not just making music and changing the world and making a better place, but telling the truth with the NWA, and by himself solo, he was basically doing stuff out in the community, helping people, and really giving opportunities to everybody and anybody he's seen, and help them out and help with the kids, give them things and buy them toys, and that's good. But here's something that a lot of y'all ain't gonna like, especially the artists out nowadays and rappers and stuff and singers and stuff. A lot of y'all claim to be bigger than Tupac, Biggie, Easy, all of them. But the fact is, and I'm being dead honest, you're not. You're not, and you never will be. Because there never will be no one bigger than Eazy-E, Tupac, and Biggie. Point, period. And it's not just because you out selling a whole lot of records doesn't, and you got people buying your stuff and your merchandise, doesn't make you the best. Not at all. There's a reason why Tupac, Eazy-E, and Biggie are the top best, and nobody could touch them or their legacy, and nobody will ever be better than them. Pay attention to what I just said. Pay attention. Like, did you hear what they're saying in the music? And not only what they say in the music and making in the music, but also what they were trying to do to change the world. None of y'all are doing that to the community, helping them out, and the ones that really need it. And they didn't just do it for their own community. They did it for other communities and help out other race, other people. But they were just exposing the truth. And I'm being dead honest, seriously here. And I don't care what you guys say, but you rappers nowadays ain't got nothing on Matter of fact, any rappers or singers back in the day, in the 90s or early 2000s. Y'all rappers nowadays ain't nothing. No offense. And y'all just rap about how y'all kill each other hard and stuff and never scared. I mean, come on, y'all. That is bull crap. And everybody is scared of something. Believe it, everybody is scared of something, whether you want to admit it or not. Everybody's scared of something. And you might think it's weak to be scared of something, but it's actually not. And if you want to be for real and you saying you real and you hard, you be upfront and admit what you're scared of and your weakness is. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And to be honest, I'll help out. I'll give you one of my biggest fears. One of my biggest fears is orange soda. Not the fact of orange soda, but my biggest fear is somebody spills orange soda and keep wasting it. That's my biggest fear in my life. One of them. I don't know how to react. I don't know how to respond. I'm scared. Like, you wasting my orange soda. Orange soda. But that's just me. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Music is not trash at all, to be honest. It's truthful and it's helping the community. And if you listen to, remember the song from Nas, from If I Rule the World in the 90s, then remember the other song he was explaining to us kids growing up and hoping, giving us a better future and save the music. And not just music, actors, anything they wanted to be. Remember the song, I Know I Can Be What I Want to Be? Yeah, that was positive. That's why a lot of you rappers nowadays can't get to anywhere near these people's levels, because you don't have that energy, you don't have that focus. You're not trying to change the world. All you're trying to do is get money and make a living and sacrifice for your wealth and maybe your own family, about your needs, not about the community's needs who support you and are really there for you. Basically, they paying your bills and paychecks. When they buy your albums, your merchandise, they are paying your bills. Yes, in the studio, they're paying for you. So technically, in a way, you do owe us, but at the same time, you don't have to. That choice is directly up to you. But it shows a lot to you compared to all the ones that were out there giving support and showing support and making themselves big at the same time and giving back. That's why I respect a lot of rappers from my time and growing up, even in the 2000s. And I knew something was going wrong and it was about to make a bad turn after the year 2009. I realized that. And I was like, this is the start of the end when rap starts to die. And it did. Y'all killed it, and not in a good way. Y'all basically buried the real music. And that's sad. I'm really disappointed in a lot of y'all. Y'all can't, all y'all think about and all people want to hear now is gangster shit, gangster shit. I don't want to hear none of that. And quite frankly, y'all don't really know how to rap a gangster song at all, or make it positive at all. Like, everything gotta be gangster. Everything gotta be hard. It's best to be, well, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember, but I know I am. But, oh yeah, it's good to be sensitive, and it ain't making you weak. It's making you hard, just even harder than the other guys out here pumping that shit. And basically, y'all need to get off the streets, and all y'all in the world need to get off the streets, stop gang banging, stop killing, and listen, because they're right. Just when you kill somebody, that just continues the cycle. Like, you kill him, he kills you, they rob you, you rob him, they kill you. The cycle keeps going on. You creating violence and keep teaching the negativity, bringing our negativity in this world. When are we going to learn to stop all the violence? Seriously. We already lost. In the bigger stars, you might not want to get up to that level, to be honest. Because, look, in the bigger stars, when is all this drama and tragedy and violence going to stop? Because we, just like Bones Thug said, and I already knew, like, we lost Easy, in 1995. 1996, we lost Tupac. 1997, we lost Biggie. Now, when is the tragedy going to end? It's not, because unless people start making a change and listen to the music, make positive changes in their lives, and do what they got to do in their part in the community and help people out. And everything I mentioned in my videos is right. Now, what I was talking about in my video the other time about not treating inmates and people in jail and prison like that, I meant it. And if they are craving sex, give them up, bring in some girls for them, let them have sex with them and be like that. And then take them out. They had it, but like at least on a daily basis, if they want, for whoever can do it at the time. And because they deserve that, and that way you don't create the less problems of raping, and you really want to cut that out. And you shouldn't have to keep somebody in there for a lifetime. Just help them get their lives together, and teach them, and so they could get better in life. But you got to make sure, because sometimes they try to play you and trick you. You got to be careful with that. But at the same time, just try to help them, make them a better lives for themselves. And no need, but I know I'm going to hate this. I might regret this. But we got to stop with the death penalty, and honest, because it's killing people and you killing people. And that's not right. And because none of us in this world, I don't care if you're a cop, a lawyer, or a judge, or the government, none of us in this world have a right to take another human being's life, no matter what the situation is, because we are not God. Only God has that right. And if he didn't do it, and if he didn't want it, you have no right to do it yourself. I'm just being honest. And you have to give people chances. Give people a chance to change. You help them with their situations. Make them a better person instead of punishing them. And stop, just because people snitch, you got to stop attacking them for that. Because if you say you're grown, right? If you ain't grown enough to accept the consequences of your own, mistakes, and own up to it, then you're not a real man, or you're not a real woman at all. And being a snitch, you going out killing them for that, and you basically murdering them for that, you had no right to do that. And they just doing what they have to do to help our society, to get you dangerous people off the streets. And it's not a big deal. You just have to man up to what you did, or woman up for what you did, and accept the consequences. But instead of being punished for it, I don't think you should be punished for it. I just think you need to get some help. Like if you go into prison or jail, they don't need to keep you in there forever, or all these long periods of time. They just need to give you therapist, psychology, talking to somebody to be there for you, and help you out and become a better person. Do what you gotta do to better your life for when you get out. And they don't need to keep you in there like 30, 20, 80, 50 years, or 10 years even. Maybe 5 years. No, not even 5 years. Maybe 2 or 3 years at the max. See how they're doing, and you doing your part to see if they're okay. If not, then give them at least another year to see if they can maintain and they can get themselves together. But if they got themselves together, even if they got themselves together in 1 year or less, you need to let them out. So if they change their life and move on, then let them be a better person. They could learn from their mistakes, and give them everything they need to survive and counsel, like survive and make it out here. And quit like seriously, government is basically your fault for a lot of things that go on, for all the crimes and all the racist stuff that goes on, and people being broke and having problems, struggling families, and y'all worried about y'all wealth only, and y'all being on top. It shouldn't be like that. Like Tupac said, that's the difference from you rappers and artists today. Like Tupac said, it should be like this. The people that are rich now should be homeless or have the low side of being like struggling like a normal person, and the people are normal should be rich and enjoy the life of being rich, have the good time. And then every 1 or 2 weeks it switches back and forth. Or if not, you don't like that idea that Tupac came up with, you could do mine and keep it equal and fair for every single person. And that's what makes a real great America, to be honest. That's what really makes a real good America. That's what makes America great. But y'all don't want to do that because y'all too selfish and greedy. And is all y'all think about is the money. That's all the people worry about. Making money, making money, making money. Money this, money this. Money, and if you ain't got money, you ain't shit. I mean, just because you make money, that don't mean you something. Just because you got a lot of money, that don't mean you anything. You could have no money and still be somebody and be bigger than somebody else and more important at the same time. It might not seem like it, but you are. And this is what I'm saying. Like I said before, kids, believe in yourself. Don't ever let nobody put you down. I'm speaking to teenagers, babies, little kids all over the world. Then I'm trying to get my message across. You are somebody. Don't let anybody put you down. You are worth something. Little girls, you are a queen and you deserve good. A good man to treat you right and do good by you and never hit you. And always love you with unconditional love and give you attention and whatever you need. But don't be greedy. And guys, you are a king. Little guys, boys and girls, you are a king. And you deserve real love. And you deserve a woman who's going to love you, treat you right, and honor you, and give you attention and whatever you need and do right by you. And with you, for you, and because she loves you and you alone and no one else. And will never do anything to cheat on you. Same for you girls. You need a man who will never cheat on you and treat you right and honor you. Both ways. And not just teach a woman how to treat a man. Not just teach a woman how a man should treat her, but teach a woman how to treat a man. And have your boys learn how to treat a woman, but at the same time learn how a woman should treat him at the same time. And I'm speaking the truth. It's not just one way. We need to stop being racist out here and stop being sexist. And we need to give more opportunities to a lot of people and give more help. And basically at this point, if we really want to make America great, as y'all so-called claim, because as far as I'm concerned, and I'm just being honest, America was never great and still isn't. It's just gotten better. The only thing that's gotten better about it is we people, yes, I said we people, have all gotten our freedom. But for some of us, it's like we still free, but at the same time, we not free at the same time. And we still don't have our freedom. So since slavery stopped, I feel like they feel like we have to pay just them for all this just to have our freedom and live a good life. And that's where money comes in and makes everybody greedy and start killing and committing crimes because they trying to get ahead and get big time. That's the problem. And I think at this point, if we really want to make America great, we would give things to people with no cost, no pay of anything. Because give free food and help people and be kind and generous to one another. That's what we need. That's what the world needs right now. And that's what we should be doing if we want to make America great. And help the kids. And stop anybody out there abusing kids and hurting them. Y'all need to stop. You shouldn't be hitting on a kid or a baby or at all or nothing like that. And you shouldn't be raping them either. I'm talking about these guys raping these little girls out here, or even the guys raping boys out here, or girls raping boys, or any way it goes. Y'all shouldn't be doing that. No rape should ever happen in life because it's not necessary. And basically, instead of raping someone, just walk away and just do it, or say, okay, for now, if you would, or just walk away and just be, okay. Or if you have to, just jack off or something. Or women, use something that y'all use, you know what I'm talking about, the thing for y'all, that y'all buy, yeah, that. But I'm not trying to make it sexual, but I'm just trying to make a solution, that's all. But what I'm saying, it's we have to do things right and make a positive impact if we really want America to be great. We have to learn to forgive, not forget, but forgive each other and move on and try to get along with one another. And I know things have happened where it's hurt and it's hard to move on, but we can do it if we all stick together and make our peace. All us people, not just black, not just white, Latinos, African, any race of all. And a lot of people say racism is over, but it's not. It's still here today, and it will always be here today. Now, if we want to do it, and we have to stop it. Stop where there's no race, no sexes. What I mean by that is saying women shouldn't be this or that, or guys shouldn't be this or that, and pitting others above because of their sexual or their race, because in higher positions of jobs and stuff. And people, please stop getting on people, like girls and guys. Don't get on each other because one of them don't have a job and one of them don't work. And just because somebody is not working or they don't make that much money, don't mean they ain't worth shit. And for somebody to say that to somebody, that's got to be the person that ain't worth a daggone dime, not a penny, worth no good person. But you need to change that attitude of yourself and make yourself better. And if you want to be the good person you claim you are, because basically ghetto and thuggish and gangster ain't it. And that's nothing but childish bull crap to me. I see y'all out here doing all that and walking and acting all hard, and it basically, when I look at y'all, I be like, what the heck is wrong with you people? Is this lifestyle gotten you so popular that you really think you need all this? You need to cut it out. There should be no such thing as a gangster. And it's like people said before, people want to be on top in the business, in the gangster business, and then take the big one out, big dog out, so they could run the big house. But then somebody gonna be looking to take you out. Come on, get it together now. Instead of doing all that and going through all that stress and have to look over your back 24/7 and watching your back and wondering if you could trust this person or not, get out of it. Make a better life for yourself. Try something. And if somebody wants to walk away, you let them walk away because they don't want to do that anymore. If they never wanted to, let them free. No get down, lay down. And basically, I don't know why y'all say that shit. To me, that shit sounds straight up gay. So whoever came up with that shit, they're just stupid. Stupid. No offense. And we have to stop killing. We have to stop stealing. We have to start helping each other, whether we know each other or like each other or not, and be there for each other. And sometimes it's best if we do it without wanting or asking for anything in return. And doing that, that's how you get your blessings. And you get blessed by God. And He gives you what you need, what you want, what you've been hoping for. In time, being patient, yes. But it could only be but so much patience that you have. But with God, always be patient with Him. And He'll give you what you want and what you need and what you've been praying for your whole life. And He will. I understand. And I've been praying to Him a lot more lately. And I want y'all to believe, because God is real. He is real. And His Son, Jesus Christ, is real. He even walked this earth a long time ago. And y'all know that. So people who says He's not real, He doesn't exist, He exists. So stop saying that. Just because you can't see something doesn't mean it's not real, doesn't mean it's not there. I'm not just talking about the Lord either. I'm talking about other stuff too. Just because you never heard of something, or you can't see it and it's right there, doesn't mean it's not real. Just because it's on TV doesn't mean it's not real. Just because it's a cartoon doesn't mean it's not real. It's as real as you want it to be and that it can get. It's just as real as reality itself. Because let's face it, reality is real, but at the same time, it's not. And it's fake in a lot of ways. We got fake people. We got fake things, but a lot of stuff that happens on TV is just as real as the reality we live in. I'm just being honest. And things that happen on TV a lot, in movies, TV shows, cartoons, happens out here in the real world too. And I'm just telling the truth. And I can't remember her name, but congratulations to the woman, and I'm proud of you that you're getting through what you did, and that hard style life you had to go through. I'm proud of you. You got out of it and you made a change for yourself. And I want to say thank you, and I appreciate your story, and I wish you the best of luck. And I'm happy you got out that situation. You're in a better life now. And congratulations. I forgot your name, but I want to say thank you for creating all three of those movies. A Body to Kill For. I applaud all three of them. They were good, and I appreciate telling your story and letting us know how honest, and I know that was hard for you to do. So congratulations to you. But when I remember your name, I'm going to give you a shout out to it. And I want to thank you. I want to thank a lot of people who made these shows, these movies, and it helped me in my life. And if y'all start paying attention and stop saying it's just fake, it's just dead, it can help you in your life if you really work together with it and learn from it. Because that could teach you just as much as anything else. I mean, it could really help you in your life and solve a lot of your problems, believe it or not. Because it's helped me solve a lot of my problems. It helps me think and do things before I react, and just think about it instead of doing it. Sometimes it's better, and just saying things is okay. And you shouldn't have to be locked up for what you say, because we have freedom of speech, and we have freedom of speech to say whatever we want to say, and you can't lock a person up for that, or just saying because we have our freedom of speech. And let's face it, nobody in this world gave anybody the freedom of speech. God gave us the freedom of speech. God gave us our free will to do what we wanted to do and as we please. And God will have to, and he lets us know on Judgment Day on whether we can get in heaven or not. And he remembers everything, but he understands us more importantly. And I hope y'all know this is more than just music, more than just TV. It's reality. And this is not the only world that exists. There are other worlds in this whole universe. There's another universe, there's another world, and there's everything else. And I want y'all to understand that. Like, a lot of these places you think don't exist or could not possibly exist could actually really exist. And you never know it. And somebody tell you something and you don't believe it, and it actually could be true. Just because you don't think it's true or you don't believe them and you accuse somebody of something and you don't even know, they could actually be telling you the truth. And like they said before, you can't believe everything you hear, and you definitely can't believe everything you see. Sometimes you need more than what you hear and what you see and what you know. You have to find out more. And I really hate to say this, but I'm just being honest. When it comes to locking people up, police and government, FBI, they don't really try to lock up the person who ever did it. I hate to say it, they don't even be really doing their jobs. What a police officer and the government and the FBI do, they lock up the easiest person they can lock up and won't have much trouble with. And they easily pit on that crime to and give them time, whether it's something they did or not. They're not really doing their jobs like they should. And then when it's something happening and they don't do nothing about it, but then they want to take all the credit for it for when it gets solved and say they did all this. They just taking credit for something they had nothing to do with. And that's not good. That's not a good thing. Now, I'd like to ask you a question. Imagine if this stuff you actually see on TV, you saw it and it was real and it happened. How would you react to that? would you think it was cool? Would you try to be cool and hang out with them? Or would you be scared? Would you be uncomfortable? Would you be worried? Or if someone had true powers and they could use them, that would be interesting. Would you be afraid to try to get them put away or try to take away their powers? Would you try to do anything to hurt them so you could feel comfortable and powerful? Or what would you do? How would you feel about the situation? That stuff will actually be cool, and I believe that stuff can actually happen. And some people actually do have powers, I believe, and they just hide it from us because how we people they call normies will react, and because they figure that we would act differently towards us. Like, let's be honest. Like, all this stuff that we have nowadays, this and the stuff they have on TV, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I mean, face it, before a long time ago, long time ago, people didn't exist. And then there was very few people who did. And it was really dinosaurs who exist. Now, dinosaurs don't exist no more, as far as we know. And if dinosaurs were living, we basically wouldn't have a chance of living ourselves to the lives we live. And so you can't really say what's true and what's not, and what's real and what's not. Because I've seen a lot of things in reality that people say that's not real and that's only happened on TV and, or cartoons or something. I've seen a lot of that stuff actually happen in real life myself as a witness. And it's happened more than once, a lot of times, growing up and still to this day. So I don't know what y'all people mean when y'all say it's just on TV, it's fake, and it's not real. But I think I'm going to try something to get my point across. And you could call me crazy, delusional, I don't care. You call me stupid, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do know what I'm talking about, trust me. And I am smarter than you think. And, maybe, I do believe it's possible because I still kind of believe and wonder if it's possible because when I had my toys growing up as a kid and when me and my dad left and they were in the house by themselves, I was wondering if they got up and moved or talked to each other and did stuff. And then when we came back, they got down and, act like they weren't there. Sometimes I'd be wondering, how did they get here when I had them here? And this right here. And I'm wondering how I get to the other place. Then sometimes I lose stuff. I wonder, and if it winded up in another universe or something, and I can never find it. And I'm some things that might possibly happen. If something gets lost each time and I can never find it, no matter where it goes, I imagine, I always assume it wound up at Gord's house. And I know things that get lost here winds up his house, but anything that gets lost in his house, it goes poof, gone forever. But this is just my theory. And it could be possible, it's probably not. But it could be reality because remember, this world is not the only world in the world. There are other worlds, there are other universes, there are other things out there. And we are just in one world. So you can't really say what's true, what's reality, and what's not. And I'm just telling you the truth. And people, I'm telling you about my music. I'm telling you about the music again. Really listen to it before you judge it. And pay attention. It's not just music that sound good music and sell. It's trying to send a message. Unlike this junk and trash they make out nowadays. Me and my sister will tell you the same thing. But they don't really talk about anything real. They just talking about themselves and a bunch of nonsense. But my generation growing up and before, they talked about real stuff. Especially my generation coming up from the 90s. And yeah, they talked about real stuff. In the early 2000s, they were talking about real stuff. It started dying down. Once 2010 hit, it started not being real anymore. And I was done. And I wasn't going to take it anymore. I was just going to stay from then on. And they mentioned as like you really listen to the music, this is not for, this is for certain people, not the younger people, but this is for the older generations. What I'm talking about, I mean, older, like the people older, like 60s, 50s, and 70s and stuff. And the people probably even in the 40s. I want who says music is just trash nonsense, and if it's not gospel, it's not good. Just because it's not gospel does not mean it's not good. And there's other things in the world other than gospel to please the Lord. And this, just because it's not gospel doesn't mean it's not true and it's not helping. It makes a positive in the world. Everything is not just about gospel music, and you can still make music like that and still be a godly, loving person. And you could still be representing the Lord, but in a different way, in a different style. And there's nothing wrong with that. You people gotta realize church music is not the only God music there is. There's God music in gospel, church music. There's gospel in rock and roll. There's gospel in hip hop, R&B. There's gospel in like punk music. All types of music is God's music. And just because you might not agree with it and what it says and how it sounds to you, doesn't mean it's not good. I mean, you got to really understand what they're saying and visualize what they're saying and what you hear. And don't just focus on the negative part. Focus on the positive part. Just really listen. Really listen to what they're saying. And I want to come back with another video soon. I really hope soon enough. But I hope this works. But I'm going to keep my head up and pray. And like Tupac said, for anybody who got problems and suffering out there, I want y'all to keep your head up and hope for a better day. Like Biggie said, it all starts off as a dream. It was all a dream. And then look, everybody is starting to come up with their dreams. Not everybody in the world gets their dreams to come true, but they can make something happen to make them happy and to make some type of dream come true. Or anyway, anyhow they can. And then Easy, he was giving people hope, going around helping people outside his community, in his community, kids that weren't even his, and doing, I don't know, he did a lot of stuff. And Drake, I don't appreciate you at all, lying and I know you were basically the main one making all the decisions on how everything went straight out of Compton, and it was basically all a lie. Some of it was true, but very little was true in there. A lot was all lies. And you hitting women, you left that part out too. And that is not cool. That is not cool at all. I understand if she hits you and she keeps on beating on you, but just because she says something out of her mouth or if she does something you don't like, you still have no right to hit her. And you should be trying to comfort her. If it gets too wild, just try to walk away. If she keeps getting in your face and keeps getting in your face, won't let you walk away. Instead of hitting her, just try to get her out the way and get your way out of the situation anyhow. Calmly do it. And one thing women have to stop doing is calling fake rapes on people or saying they've been hit when they really haven't, because that's not funny and that's very disrespectful, and you're pinning an innocent guy who did nothing to deserve that, and you probably the one out here doing wrong, and you pinning him away just to make you happy and feel good. If it's not true, don't do it. And don't say somebody did something if they didn't, or try to blame something on somebody just so they could get locked up. I mean, that's wrong. I mean, think about it. We really need to help each other out here. I'm just trying to stay positive, you know? I mean, for each woman that claims they were raped when they really wasn't, or got hit when they really wasn't, is a disrespectful and an insult to women who and children, boys and girls, and even men out here getting abused, sexually raped, and hit on and beaten all the time. And that's a disrespect to the real ones going through it. So, and then you lie, for ones who lie about it and it's not really happening, y'all should be really ashamed of yourself, and y'all need to get yourself together. It's not cool. And then for those women who have kids, y'all understand y'all need to help raise them, and a lot of y'all women do a good job raising them, but some of you women need to get yourselves and lives together. And fathers, y'all need to start getting involved in your child's life. If you can make that baby, you can take care of that baby and do whatever it takes to make that baby happy and make sure it's okay, your kids, and everything will be all right. And I love each and every last one of y'all. I appreciate all of you guys who watch my videos and supports. And a lot of you, I really don't get no supports from anybody at all. But I still love whoever watches my videos and who supports me. So I decided, I don't know whether I should do this or not, but I'm going to see if anybody supports me and really communicates with me and tell me what they think about my videos, and actually have a conversation with me and in person that I don't know. It'd be nice even if it's a person I don't know, and talk to a few people, especially kids. This one is mainly for kids, younger kids, teenagers, little kids, kids of all ages, and even adults too. I'm thinking about, if I meet up with some of y'all and y'all talk about my videos and I get good views about it, I know y'all, a lot of y'all probably don't know his name, but I have mentioned him, and he's my friend. And believe it or not, my friend that I was telling y'all about before, you can't find him on Google or nothing, but he used to play in the NBA. And anybody who likes the video, as a reward, I will take you personally to meet him when he's not busy and make time available. But you gotta be real with me and be real and understanding with me if I'm gonna do this. So I will personally introduce you to him, because he's helped me a lot through my life and helped me with so much stuff, and I appreciate him. I would like to, or I'll even let you talk to him. And I hope he will guide y'all and help you just like he helped me. But if not, I'm pretty sure he is. He's a nice guy. He's really good. And I hope he accepts. I'm going to talk to him. And anybody who likes this video and watches videos and all my videos all the way through and likes them and communicates with me about them, especially in person, or gives me a phone call and talks to me about it, I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys, and I will introduce the winners of the contest that I'm making right now. And I will introduce you to my friend that's a former NBA superstar who played in the NBA, if he has time. And first, I want to start off, instead of with the adults, I want to start off with all the kids around the world, at least in America. And I want to start off with the kids first, because they need help and a better lifestyle, and supporting them, giving them a chance to believe and have something positive in their life. Now, I can only do American people, and I can only do people that's where I'm at, or that comes here to where I'm at, and that's the only way I can help you win the contest. But to win the contest, you gotta be real, leave good comments, and talk to me on the phone or in person, or you just gotta be able to meet me or somewhere. And I hope you like my videos, and it means a lot to me for all those who support me. Now, this doesn't really go out to somebody that I know personally. This goes out to people around the world that I don't know and I haven't met. And this would be a way to start communicating. And I would like to communicate with a lot of people that watch my videos and really likes them. Okay, and the next video, I'm going to have a question for you guys. And I want y'all to give me your answers, because I want y'all opinions on what y'all think about this next video. But for right now, remember, it's me, RJ, who loves you guys Everybody support me, and peace.